Hi ladies, in this short video I wanted to speak about us ladies. So, we live such busy lives, we working, possibly looking after children, looking after grandchildren or parents, and we actually forget about us, okay, because we're so busy looking after everyone else. But in this short video, I wanted to speak about the importance of looking after us, because we make certain lifestyle choices because we're so busy, but we don't actually stop to think of the damage that it's doing to us inside. So that's part of a wellness journey. You want to keep yourself well in the inside. Prevention is better than cure. And when I speak about lifestyle choices, I mean our emotional health, our thoughts and our feelings and what's going round in our heads, our eating habits, our food choices, our daily movement. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, my lifestyle choices aren't that great, it might be beneficial to continue watching this video, because I think you'll get some tips to help you out there. Because we do live busy lives, and we just eat or whatever, and we don't think about what's going on inside our head, and that all adds to stress and anxiety, and then that's wreaking havoc inside our bodies, which then goes on to chronic inflammation and chronic disease. So if you're sitting there thinking, it's not great, then continue watching and hopefully you'll get some tips out of this. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. Okay, so what we're going to look at is wellness. Prevention is better than cure. As I say, a lot of our lifestyle choices can go on and lead to chronic inflammation and chronic disease. And you'll hear those two phrases quite a few times through this presentation, but it's quite important for you to understand our lifestyle choices and what damage they're doing to our body. So if we can change our lifestyle choices, then obviously prevention is better than cure, than having, chronic inflammation and chronic disease further down the line. Okay, so let's have a look at wellness. What is wellness? Well, wellness basically is how we think, feel, see, and engage with the world, affects our cellular health, or put simply, our overall health. So basically what we think, which is quite important, and I go into that in a big way in my programs, our mindset, how we feel, how we see and engage with the world affects our cellular health. So our cells, okay? And if our cells are damaged, then that's when we go on and end up with chronic inflammation and chronic disease. A lot of us are out there in the world, living in what we say a toxic body, because we're not taking care of ourselves properly. Okay, so what else is wellness? We have to maintain an effective, lasting personal wellness program. Okay, so that's important. That is focused on a holistic approach on staying well and avoiding illness. So basically making good lifestyle choices so that we can prevent and avoid illnesses, okay, and keep us healthy in the inside. So what is holistic health? What is a holistic health approach? So basically you're looking there at mind, body, and soul. Okay, so holistic health is an approach to wellness that simultaneously addresses the physical, the mental, emotional, social, and spiritual components of health through different lifestyle choices. Because, lots of women can go on, like a diet and fitness regime, and they don't stick to it, but they're actually looking to do it for, body image. But what I try to tell my ladies is, rather than look at body image, that's an extrinsic factor. Look at the intrinsic factor. Look at the benefits that you're going to do yourself, that you're going to look after your cells, exercising, you're going to look after all your systems, and then the exterior will look after itself. So don't think of it as, body image and I want to look well. you're looking at it as the intrinsic factor, where you want to be well in the inside and the outside will take care of itself. Okay, so that's what holistic health is. Okay, addressing the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual components of health. So let's have a little look at these just quickly individually. So eating healthy is one of those aspects. So eating a healthy, balanced diet of the correct carbohydrates, and that's important, the correct carbohydrates and fats, plus protein, water, will serve your body well for optimum health. So as I always refer to the body like a car, you know, you wouldn't put water in the car and just expect it to go. You have to put the correct fuel in there. And that's exactly the same with the body. You know, nature's a wonderful thing. It gives, and it does help us have optimum health if we choose the correct foods, that is. Okay, eating a diet rich in antioxidants will stabilize free radicals. So I mentioned that before. So free radicals are damaged cells that wreak havoc in our body, okay, which left alone will cause chronic inflammation and then chronic disease. So we have to eat a diet rich in antioxidants that will help stabilize those free radicals. And I go into that further in my 10-week program, you know, stabilize those free radicals and make them healthy cells again. So it will stop chronic inflammation and chronic disease. You know, sometimes we go through our busy lives and not even think about, you know, the food that we're putting in our mouth, the highly processed food, the damage that it's doing to our body. So if nothing else, in this short video, just think, well, what foods am I eating and what damage really am I doing to my body? Whereas if you're eating healthy foods rich in antioxidants, then that's going to help stabilize those damaged cells, which will then help prevent chronic inflammation and chronic disease. The next one is exercise, the dreaded exercise that people sometimes think, oh, I need to exercise to, you know, to lose weight. Well, don't think of it as, you know, you're having to exercise to lose weight. You're actually exercising to make yourself healthy inside. So there's lots of benefits of exercising. Yes, one of them, as I've put there in the second point, helps manage weight. But think of more, which obviously you want to manage your weight because that obviously helps with all other things, you know, like joints and muscles and everything. But it improves your brain health, okay? Yes, definitely helps manage weight, which has obviously got a knock-on effect to other health issues, okay? So if we are overweight, you know, the stress on our joints and our skeletal system. So it also reduces the risk of disease. So keeping your circulatory system and respiratory system strong. So your circulatory system, your heart and your arteries and your veins, you know, as I say, your motorways and your, you know, your side roads and then country roads are all your blood vessels. So keeping them all nice and healthy and nice and clear. And remember, when you're exercising, your heart's a muscle, so you're obviously exercising that, which is going to be stronger as well, okay? And your respiratory system, you know, you're getting more oxygen in. If you're doing low impact aerobic exercises, you're getting more oxygen in. So you're opening up all those little air sacs in your lungs, you know, your alveoli, you're opening them up. So that means you're getting more oxygen into the body, which is then going around your body, making your blood rich in oxygen, which is then feeding all your muscles and your cells, etc. So don't think of exercise as this dreaded thing that you have to do to lose weight. Think of the internal benefits, okay? Forget about the extrinsic benefits. Think about the intrinsic benefits. Obviously, it strengthens bones and muscles as well. And obviously, it's going to make your daily activities a lot easier to maintain. So if you've got children or grandchildren, then it's going to be easier for you to get up and down off the floor or run after them, you know, in the park, whatever. So obviously part of a wellness regime is exercise as well. So that's healthy eating to help those damaged cells and keep your body in optimum health, exercising to keep all your internal systems strong. Okay, so think of it as that. Another part of wellness, which a lot of people don't think about, and that's what I address in my 10-week program, is the mindset. And that's where we start, you know, because you know, we have fixed mindsets and we have growth mindsets. And if you've got a fixed mindset and you're sitting there, you know, and you might think, oh, no, I can't do that. You know, I couldn't do that. I've never done it before. I'll just fail again. You know, that's your fixed mindset speaking to you. So you have to get more mindful of what this inside is saying to you, because your left side of your brain just wants you to stay comfortable. Don't bother with it. Don't, you know, you'll only fail. What's the point of trying again? So having a growth mindset, you'll embrace challenges. Okay, you'll embrace the challenges. And I just wanted to actually, just before I go on any further, I wanted to just put these two pictures on here to show you what a fixed mindset is. And I know this one is quite graphic, but it was just to illustrate, you know, how crippling a fixed mindset can be and how it will stop you from achieving what you want to achieve. Okay, the other one here is again a brain in a cage locked. Okay, so that's not going anywhere either. So you want to get a growth mindset where you're exercising your brain and becoming more mindful of your thoughts inside and changing the story. Okay, so having a growth mindset, you embrace challenges, you're open to change, you know, you're willing to try, inspired by others, accepts feedback, improve relationships, and then obviously experiencing less stress, which left unattended leads to ongoing distress, you know, which in turn will lead to, again, chronic inflammation and chronic disease. So if you're not mindful of, you know, what's going on inside your head and have the tools to change that round, then you're going to be in a fixed mindset and you're more likely to be more stressed, which leads to distress. And then again, it's going to cause damaged cells, which then leads into chronic inflammation and chronic disease. Okay, so in my 10-week program, you get those tools on how to achieve a growth mindset. Okay, so that's one of the aspects of wellness, is a growth mindset. Now, the next one is engaging in positive emotional practices, and particularly ladies, this is where we fall short, okay? Because we're so busy looking after everyone else, we forget about our emotional state, you know, and what's going on inside. And I've put a few pictures here, and I wanted to, you know, this one here with regards to meditation, you know, you really don't have to be sitting cross legs, you know, with your fingers touching one another. And even sitting on the chair, you know, you don't even have to sit like that. You can just sit comfortably, quiet somewhere, you know, even if it's just sitting on the couch, closing your eyes for 5 minutes, if that's what you want to start with. There's plenty of guided meditations there, you know, on YouTube and other channels that you can look at. But what meditation will do for you will help you perceive stressful situations with clarity. You will have better coping skills, and it will help you remain calm. You would be amazed, you know, and, you know, even if you're sitting there quietly for 5 minutes, don't think, oh, I can't think about anything, you know, oh, I'm not doing it right, all this stuff's going through my head. That's fine. Let it come, let it go. Okay. Eventually, when you keep going, you know, it still comes into your head, but you will find when you've been doing it on a regular basis, you will find when a stressful situation comes up, you'll think, oh, I coped with that a lot better. Okay. And what that's going to do is, again, help keep those stress chemicals down, which in turn will help prevent chronic inflammation and chronic disease. So it's really important that you consider meditation if you haven't done it before. Now, you know, you don't have to be sitting there for hours. If you haven't done it before, 5 minutes, 15 minutes maximum, that's what I do. I do a guided meditation, but just sitting there quietly, closing your eyes if you feel comfortable with that, and taking the time out for yourself, then it will help you, as I say, have better coping skills and deal with stressful situations and a more calm demeanor. Okay. Now, the next one is gratitude. So being grateful for things and people you have in your life will ease anxiety and make you more at peace with yourself. Because again, we go through life and we're like, you know, busy, busy, busy. Or why does this happen? Why does that happen? But just sit and take a minute and actually think of 3 things that you are even grateful for that's happened today. It could be the house that you're in. It could be a child or a grandchild. It even could be someone in the shop that's been nice to you, or you've smiled to someone. That all helps you to have that positive mind. And obviously mindfulness. So being mindful of your thoughts and feelings and having the tools to cope with them will again keep you less stressed, which will then prevent you going into distress. Okay. Because there's 3 different types of stress. And again, I go into that in my program: stress, distress, and eustress. And the one that we really have to worry about is distress, okay? Because that's the one that starts to give us chronic inflammation and chronic disease. So if you're sitting there thinking, you know, oh my goodness me, I don't eat healthy, you know, I'm not exercising properly, I'm not, you know, engaging in positive emotional practices. You know, hopefully this short video has given you some tips on how to incorporate that into your working days and daily, weekly routines. Okay, so lost for words there. So and that's another thing with wellness and health and wellness. You know, you've got to be mindful that yes, we make mistakes, we all trip up, but as a good saying goes, we're all perfectly imperfect. So there you go. So that's what we've got to be mindful of again. So nothing can always be perfect, and don't beat yourself up about it either, or you'll just get stressed, and then those stress chemicals will come out, and then what happens from then? So that's a good lesson for me. So getting back to this. So yeah, if you think about, oh no, I don't eat healthy, I'm not exercising, I'm not engaging in positive emotional practices, then think about how you can incorporate them into your day, okay, and your weeks. Because if you do want to lose a few kilos, you know, think about it as, you know, the intrinsic benefits. Let the outside take care of itself. Change your thinking and think about, right, I want to lose weight because I want to be healthy. You know, I want to look after my cells inside. You know, I want to look after my circulatory system and my respiratory system. I want to be strong and healthy, and I want to prevent disease rather than get to the stage where I have to try and cure it because of my lifestyle choices. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And then just one last thing before I go, you know, if you're looking at a wellness program, I actually have a 10-week wellness program, and it's called the Mind and Body Transformation Program. And it's really geared for ladies who, you know, find it hard to work on their own to incorporate a wellness program. And you work through it at your own pace. And this is just a breakdown of Week 1, what constitutes a healthy diet? And we start to speak about your mindset. Week 2 is rewire your brain and sugar, the white poison, and how that affects our brain. Week 3 is unprocessed versus highly processed foods and getting comfortable being uncomfortable for the sake of growth. And obviously I go into that in more detail in week 3, and effortless shopping. Week 4 is habits and mindful eating and motivation. Week 5 is stress and anxiety and psychoneuroimmunology, which is PNI. And again, I go into that in greater detail as well. So how stress and distress and anxiety affects our body and how we can overcome that. Okay. Week 6 is self-care. So a deeper self-care. Yes, Prosecco and a spa and a pedicure is nice, but we're speaking about deeper self-care, you know, emotional and spiritual, all of that. We go into that in that week as well. Week 7 is the habit loop. You know, we all get into habits and it's just a matter of breaking them. So how do we do that? And obviously self-compassion is a big one as well. Week 8 is gratitude, and we touched on that just before in the gratitude challenge in week 8. Week 9 is the importance of sleep, and I didn't touch on that before, but you know, we have to manage our sleeping patterns. I do rests and repairs at night, but again, I go into that deeper in week 9. Week 10 is a one-on-one session with me. So just for you via Zoom to go through how you went on the course, what changes you've made, and what your wellness program is going to be moving forward. Okay. Also included in the 10-week program is weekly group coaching sessions via Zoom with all the other ladies who are on this wellness program. Low impact exercises are in there and full access to all the resources in the app. So just let me stop sharing there. So all the resources in the app are things like recipes, and there's weekly shopping list suggestions there, weekly planners there, there's ebooks, there's videos on recipes, there's planners, there's tracks to keep you, guides to keep you on track. So all of that. So you're not on your own, you're with a group of ladies that we call the Sassy-Sisters. We have a Facebook group page as well that they interact with on a daily basis to say how they're getting on, if they're, having a great day, or as we say, a challenging day, or a character building day. So you're not on this journey alone. So if that's something that you think, no, I really have to take control here and get on a wellness program, if my lifestyle choices aren't great, then this could be the program for you. But regardless, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's made you think about your lifestyle choices. And remember, don't be thinking about body image. Think of a wellness journey as, the intrinsic benefits, what you're doing to your body in the inside, how you're repairing it and how you're keeping it healthy. So in time to come, you'll be helping prevent chronic inflammation and chronic disease. Because I said at the beginning, we go in our busy lives, busy, and not actually thinking of what we're eating, what we're thinking, what we're not doing exercise-wise, the damage that it's doing to us in our insides. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little video. If you were interested in the 10-week program, there's a link in the post. Just click on that and have a read through that. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.